Then, so before going to discuss how to create tables, we need to discuss about, so what are the different data types in SQL Server. So actually, if you take programming languages, they declare something like this: integer A, integer A. What is A is called? A is called variable. What is int is called data type. Okay, then so A is called variable, int is called data type. In programming languages, they store the data in variables. They store data in variables. But when you want to use variable, first you need to declare the variable with data type. So what is the importance of declaring the variable with data type? So this data type specifies what type of data is allowed into A, how much memory needs to be allocated for A. So this specifies two things. One is what type of data is allowed into A, how much memory should be allocated for A. Because for storing the data, what you need? Memory. But how much memory is should be allocated? How system knows? Okay, 1 GB na, either 10 bytes or 20 bytes or 1 GB na, 2 GB na. So how much memory should be allocated? How system knows? We need to tell. How to tell? So by declaring the variable with what? Data type. But when it comes to SQL, in SQL, we store the data not in variables. We store the data in tables. In SQL, in programming languages, you store the values in variables. But in SQL, we store the data in tables. Like for example, employee table, employee ID, employee name, salary, job, like this. So then when you want to store the data into this table, so we need to tell SQL Server how much memory should be allocated for ID, how much memory should be allocated for name, salary, job. Because SQL Server don't know. You have to tell SQL Server. So according to your declaration, it allocates the memory. Okay, then. So tables, in tables, you store the data. For storing the data, what is required? Memory is required to allocate the memory. So in every field, what are they called? If this is the table, what is this is called? Okay. If EMP is table, so what are they called? Table. Table means rows and columns. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, what are they called? They're called columns. So EMP ID is a column. E-name is a column. Salary is a column. Job is a column. Next, suppose that. So this is, what is this is? This is what? Row. This is the row. So in SQL Server, we store the data in the form of tables. So table contains rows and columns. Then, so if you want to store the data into EMP ID, so EMP ID must be declared with a data type. Okay. E-name should be declared with a data type. According to the data type, it allocates memory for ID, memory for name, memory for salary, memory for job. Okay. Then, so a data type specifies one type of the data allowed in a column. Next, amount of memory allocated for column. So these are the two things. Okay, so what is the importance of data type? These two. What type of data allowed in a column? Amount of memory allocated for column. Like based on the data types are categorized into different types. See, one is numeric types, Another one, character types. Another one, currency types. Another one, date. Another one, binary. So data types are categorized into different types. Okay. See, first, let's say character types. First, character types. Next, let's say numeric types. Next, currency types and date types and binary. So these are the different data types. So data types are categorized into 5. There are all 5 categories. And character types, we have 2. One is ASCII, another one Unicode. Then in ASCII, we have char data type, varchar, varchar max. Okay, char, varchar, varchar max. Unicode, nchar, nvarchar, nvarchar max. Okay, so character types are again 2 types, ASCII and Unicode. So char, varchar, varchar max comes under ASCII. Next, nchar, nvarchar, nvarchar max comes under Unicode. Then, so this is character types. Next, numeric. So numeric, okay, again, then numeric again 2. One is integer types, another one float. I'll discuss everything. I'll discuss. Okay, then. So integer types and float. One is tiny int, small int, next begin, next numeric p. So float, we have numeric p comma s. Otherwise decimal p comma s. Both are same. There. See, I'll discuss what is integer, what is float. I'll discuss. Okay, next currency. Then, so currency, we have 2 types. One is small money, another one money. Okay, dates, one is date, one is time, another one date time. Okay, then, so date time. Okay, na? Then, so date and date time. Then, next. So there is one more, that is binary. Okay, then. So binary. Then. So one is binary. Next, var binary. Next, var binary. Next, var binary max. Then, that's all. That's all. So this is what the list of data types in SQL Server. Okay, then. But like We don't use all these types every day. Regularly, we use some types. Then we'll see that. Like we'll see one by one. Then, okay. Now, so first we'll start with what? Char data type. We'll start with char size. Char size. Then, so what is this data type allows? Allows character data. Allows character data up to 8,000 characters. Allows character data up to 8,000 characters. And it's recommended for fixed length character columns. You'll understand that. So like I'm taking one example. Suppose in database, I want to store name. I want to store name. So name is what type? Name is character type. It's not numeric. It's not number. Name is a string character. So declare name as char, suppose say 10. Name char of 10. Okay, then. So what is the meaning? Char of 10 means declaring char of 10 means what is the meaning? Okay. Into this name, it allows 10 characters. The name can be up to 10 characters. So that is the meaning. Declaring char of 10 means into this name, SQL server allows 10 characters. If you declare 20, it allows 20 characters. If you declare 100, it allows 100 characters. 1,000 characters. Like suppose 8,000 characters, but 9,000 error because maximum 8,000. You can declare the size maximum up to 8,000. Okay, na? Then. So suppose here I'm declaring 10. So when you declare the 10, SQL server allocates 10 bytes. 10 bytes for name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it allocates 10 bytes. Okay. Then suppose you entered some name. I entered some name. Okay. Then. So I entered some name. Suppose the name is Sachin. So this name takes how many bytes? Allocated is 10. SQL server allocated 10 bytes for name. But entered name is this. This name takes how many bytes? Okay. So this name takes how many characters are there? 6 characters. So this name takes how many bytes? 6 bytes. What about the remaining 4 bytes? The remaining 4 bytes what? Wasted. You understood? So allocated is 10 bytes. The name is 6 characters. Okay. The remaining extra 4 bytes are wasted. Then. So suppose that, for example, that for second name also it allocates 10 bytes. It allocates 10 bytes. Then you entered some name. Suppose the name is some Smith. Okay, Smith. So this takes how many bytes? 5 bytes. What about the extra 5 bytes? The remaining 5 bytes wasted. Okay, na? So this is what char data type is. In char data type, extra bytes are wasted. Okay, there. So in char data type, extra bytes are wasted. Okay, so char is not recommended for variable length fields. and char is recommended for pixel length fields. Okay. So tell me, name is variable length or pixel length or name? Name is variable length or pixel length? Okay.
Variable length.
Variable length, because person to person name number of characters varies. So name is example for variable length. So better don't use char for variable length fields. Better use char for pixel length fields. Okay. Then example for pixel length. Example for pixel length.
It's defining the gender, maybe.
Like one is gender.
Mobile
So
number.
I declare char of 1. Okay. So allocates 1 byte. The actual gender also contains 1 character. Okay. Allocates 1 byte. The gender also contains 1 character. Any memory wastage is there? No. Next. Like state code in US or India. So every state code contains what? Not state name, state code contains 2 characters. Okay. So allocated is 2 bytes. Actual state code also contains 2 characters. Yes or no? Then. Okay. Then. So then. So like, what are your state code?
NC.
C.
NC.
CA something. CATX.
Yeah.
Yeah. So allocated is 2 bytes. The actual state code also contains 2 characters. So there is no memory wastage. Like similarly, country code. Care of 3. Then. So IND USA. Then. Right. Okay. So char is recommended for this type of fields where length is fixed. Okay. Then every state code contains 2 characters. Then better use char. Every country code contains 3 characters. Better use char. So gender contains 1 character. Every gender contains 1 character. Better use char. Okay. So better don't use char for variable length fields like name. So what the reason is memory wastage. So if you use for pixel length fields, no memory wastage. Then. So for variable length fields, use varchar. Okay. For variable length fields, use varchar. Okay. Then. So then. Varchar also allows character data up to 8,000 characters. And it's recommended for variable length fields. That example, like name varchar of 10. So name varchar of 10. Then, so you allocated is 10 bytes. SQL server allocates 10 bytes. Okay. Then, so suppose you entered some name. So for example, the name is Sachin. So this takes how many bytes? 6 bytes. But what about the extra 4 bytes? Extra 4 bytes are not wasted. Extra 4 bytes are released. Okay, extra 4 bytes are released, not wasted. When these bytes are released, these bytes are allocated for some other data. SQL server allocate this memory for some other data. But in case of char, so even though this name is 6 characters, but this takes 10 bytes because actually consumed is 6 bytes, the remaining 4 bytes wasted. So total it takes 10 bytes. but here this name takes only 6 bytes because the extra bytes are released. Okay, so this is the difference between char and varchar. Okay, then. So char is for fixed length, varchar is for variable length. In case of char, exabytes are wasted. In case of varchar, exabytes are released. Next. Oh, let's see. So, and one more point. Okay, then. But this allows up to 8,000 characters. But if you want more than 8,000 characters, then use varchar max. Varchar max. So then, what is varchar max? Allows character data up to 2 GB. But if you want more than 8,000, if you want to store large text, huge amount of text in database. For storing the large text in database, then we use varchar max. Okay, suppose something like what reviews. Okay, product review is there. So customer writes paragraphs. Okay, pages, paragraphs. So that case, so this is required. Varchar of max. Then. So customer writes reviews, but the reviews may be pages, paragraphs like that. So maybe it is more than 8,000 characters. So that case use varchar max. Then. Okay, then. Next. And another point, this char, varchar max, okay, allows ASCII characters. ASCII characters means, okay, small a to small z. ASCII characters means small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, 0 to 9. Next, special characters. So these characters are called ASCII characters. So this char varchar allows ASCII characters. ASCII characters means it allows this English alphabets. Small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, 0 to 9 special character. That means, so these types allows, all these types allows alpha numeric data. So don't think that char varchar allows only alphabets. It allows alpha numeric data. So because it allows ASCII characters, ASCII includes alphanumeric. So that's why these types allows alphanumeric data. Okay, then. So example, can you tell me example for alphanumeric?
ABC 1 to 3,
Hmm?
like alphabet and number, right? So like
Alphabets
social security
and
number,
numbers.
social security number.
Huh?
Oh, it's also I think
Yeah, like okay. So
Vehicle number, can say that.
vehicle
number,
numbers,
license plate
yes,
number.
vehicle number. I think varchar, suppose 10 or 20 or something. Next, email ID, mail IDs, varchar of some 20. Okay, then passwords. So I want to store passwords in database. Okay,
Some usernames maybe.
usernames like that. So all this is what alphanumeric. Then so that's here these types allows alphanumeric data. Then but suppose for example, okay, then for example, uh, suppose for example, then one second, just ignore this, just you ignore then. Then just ignore this then. like 1 second. You see this here, then. So suppose you see this like text, you see this, okay, then. So if you see this, all this is not what English alphabets. They're not English alphabets. They're characters of different languages. Okay. So Japanese symbols, Korean symbols. Okay. Then, so characters of different languages. Okay. So if you want to store these characters in database, then so compulsory we use one type. What the type is? nchar, nchar, nvarchar, nvarchar max. Okay, then nchar, nvarchar, nvarchar max. So we use these types. So that is the only difference. So if you use char, varchar allows only English alphabets, but nchar and nvarchar, nvarchar max allows characters of different languages. That's why what is N stands for? N stands for national. N stands for national. So this like allows nchar and nvarchar max allows Unicode characters. So total, how many Unicode characters are there? 65,536 characters. What that includes? That includes all ASCII characters, and also characters belongs to different languages. Okay, then. So if you want to store these type of characters in database, then come